Welcome back to the show. My name is True. We are Green Room Radio. I am sitting here with my man, Wayne, the creator.
What's up? What's up?
How are you, Wayne?
Chilling.
Back
man.
again.
Feel good.
Day 2 on the job.
Let's go.
We got little Rach in the building.
Hey.
And then we have a very special guest, Mrs. Tanya Tate.
Hello.
She's a content creator, a mother, a podcast host, and a Hall of Famer.
Woo!
Those are some
Skinfluencer, right?
Right?
And a skinfluencer.
Skinfluencer.
Yeah, let's start with that. What is a skinfluencer?
Skinfluencer.
You obviously have beautiful skin.
Influencer
Right.
that shows a lot of skin.
Yes.
Oh, okay, fine.
An influencer that shows a lot of skin is a skinfluencer.
I was thinking like beauty facials or something like that.
Well,
But okay.
facials comes to mind as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
facials.
mean,
What?
Okay.
People have a lot.
I like where this is going
people
already.
have a lot of beauty secrets.
Esthetician.
Yeah.
I've had one girl tell me, because I'm 48, and they say, "Oh, you look really young." And so a girl put me a long time ago. She said the secret was green juicing. So I do a lot of green juicing. I've heard people say water. I have a hard time drinking water a lot, but I'd try. What's some other skin secrets that are going to keep people youthful?
Oh my God.
Creams? But, I mean,
Oh yeah, probably a lot of cream, right?
A lot of cream.
Oh, yeah?
A lot of
not cream pies, just cream.
Well, cream pie down below is really not going to help your skin.
No.
Well, on your face.
Fair.
No, to be fair, I eat super clean and I exercise and I get a lot of sleep. And, if you want the real tips.
Sleep is good. I know
sleep.
that. I have a hard time with that.
What you put into your body shows on your skin.
Yeah.
And
Damn it. I'm eating a brownie right now.
You'll be all right.
Oh, with the rock star and everything.
No, everything bad over here.
I swear.
But I do admit that I do get a lot of facials as well.
Okay. You know,
Really nice skin on my boobs as well. It's, a lot of
Now I'm curious. Okay, I was like curious. I was like, what type of facials are we talking about? Cum facials. Okay,
Protein.
perfect.
Yeah.
I love this. All right.
I bet
So
you
cum
there's.
is
I
good for
bet
your
you.
skin?
I bet you there is
This
some
is what I've
study.
heard as well.
So cum is good for your skin?
Has that been looked up, researched? You said yes. Has it
we're
been?
getting a thumbs up.
I'm like, her skin's really good.
Uh-huh.
Buy it and
You can buy the cum and put it on your face.
Damn. I need a side hustle.
That
crazy.
could be a good job for you guys.
Yeah.
I knew a girl. I knew of a girl that would drink her boyfriend's cum. Like,
Wow.
what did it do? I don't know. She said it had really good health benefits for.
Okay.
I don't know.
No, yeah, there was a
Oh.
guy. Hang on, what did I hear? There was a guy I was reading about that that said he would let his pee sit, and then he would put his pee on his skin.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I am not going to be doing that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
you're-
I mean,
Yeah, I
Urine
don't know
has a
about
lot
the
of
pee.
like toxins in it though. That's the more of
Because you're
like
peeing it out.
yeah, that's the body releasing bad stuff.
I've
not
I've
sure.
got a story. One
Semen
time,
has a lot of
No, one
vitamins in it.
I do not drink pee, but I'm not opposed to someone else drinking my pee. So I went to this club.
is that a fetish?
It's a fetish,
That's what yeah.
And so I went to this club in London, and there was this
crazy.
guy wearing like these white underpants, and he had like something piss slave across his chest.
Oh,
It was
okay.
written in black Sharpie.
Mm.
So I kept looking at him. I thought, okay, and I went to him, come, and I took him in the toilet, and I went, get down on the floor, and he lay down on the floor, and I went, open your fucking mouth. I opened his mouth and I just squatted on his face. Didn't let myself touch him. Made him open his mouth and said, swallow. And he was like, I was like, swallow it.
Yeah.
Was that kinda like a-
It's
is
like
that-
dominatrix
Yeah, was
type
that
of
dominatrix
stuff, right?
type of stuff?
How'd you know? Like I'm about
Okay.
to go piss in his mouth?
Because he had
Oh, what
piss
is
slave
this?
written across.
Yeah, but
Oh, semen it's little scientific evidence, but
Scientific.
I don't know. I feel like she's our expert here, so I feel like she would know.
What
I'd say.
what made you want to pee in the guy's mouth?
Because he's got it written on his chest.
Oh, what did
It was written on his chest. Piss slave.
and you
On
said
his
I'm about to piss,
piss
in his
sleeve? Oh
A
my god.
slave.
Oh, piss slave.
Slave.
Yeah.
piss slave.
Slave. Oh my god.
And he wants that.
Yeah.
He wanted
He's
it.
asking for it.
And
Oh,
I kept looking, and I thought I'm gonna need to go to the toilet soon. I kept drinking my wine. I thought, oh, I think I've had enough glasses of wine now. I think it's time.
That's what I love about porn stars. So you had
Yeah,
no
right.
like you feel like if you didn't know the person, it would be hard. You didn't have no problem.
I didn't know him. I didn't know who he was.
And you were just like you could just piss on cue, like
You shouldn't have piss slave written on your chest.
yeah, you should.
That's all I've got to say.
Asking for it.
Hey,
But I
You
have
gave him
Why?
what he wanted. Did he say he wanted that after?
No, he didn't say a word. He just
So
did what he was told.
he drank it and,
And then
went back to the club.
I
or
think. Well, I just walked away. I don't know. I was like, thinking,
You're like, okay, thanks, bye.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you didn't see him again after that.
I carried on drinking more wine.
I guarantee you, he's gonna add her
I'm
after
having a
this.
good night.
Hey, it was me.
Do you know guys that like to be urinated on? They are
Yes,
usually
I've heard
very powerful guys.
Uh-huh.
Very powerful in real life, and they're in control of many people, of a lot of stress.
Mhm.
And what they do, they're giving up that power to a beautiful woman and letting them just kind of like do something that is like taking the greatest power away from them.
Like
You know?
pissing on him.
Like pissing on them.
That's
submitting.
a crazy.
That's a fetish.
I've heard that many times from many
Crazy.
girls.
What's some like other dominatrix stuff that you've done
Only
that you'd like to share? I'm like so curious
What's the
now.
whole,
Like,
what's the whole thing with
the piss
this
slave was really
The whole
interesting.
Dubai and people pooping on people. What is
That-
what is
Yeah, I don't know
I,
about
I
that.
draw the line at poop.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I was directing a scene years ago. I used to direct. I'm a performer, so I've made many movies.
Mhm.
And then I got a chance to direct, and the theme of my movies, it was all kind of like
What did you like better, real quick? The directing or the performing
Depending on the guy.
or the girl.
or the girl?
Yeah.
Got it.
A little bit of both. I like the directing because I could put my fantasy into play.
Mhm.
I could come up with the story. I could put the people in it that I wanted to put in.
That's awesome.
So it's nice. But then sometimes at the same time, if you're just going to go to set, like now, I just go to, I do collaborations and I
Yeah.
just go and I choose the guy and I'm just like, I just slam it into me. And you don't have to think about anything.
I had a girl say that. I am so shy, and which is weird for dating porn stars. But if she was to just like slam it into me, it'd give me anxiety.
Give me a
No, have you
Stop.
has there ever been a time where a guy like fucks you so good you was like, I think I love him?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's crazy.
It's
That's the
I
thing.
could be
Like
so,
fuck,
yeah.
this shit's so good.
I can fall in love in a scene.
Mhm.
Yeah, hey,
Right.
so it's
This-
funny. It's funny you say that because, like I said,
acting too, right?
I have baby moms that are porn stars, and the thing is, of course, that's as the boyfriend sitting home, that's not you get insecure, and they'd say, oh, it's just work, but I'm just like, you can have sex with somebody and fall in love with them. I've done it. So whether it's a scene or whether it's not, that can happen. There's always a chance of that, but they always just say,
Even
no,
Spencer
no,
said that last
no,
time.
no, it's just work.
Yeah, but how do you
Ju-
snap out of that? Like,
Right, that's
so
a good
you
question.
So you can go
You can
to a
just-
scene and you can be so deep into that scene and the chemistry is so strong,
Mm.
and then the scene's over and you kind of back to reality and back to real life. But you're always gonna have this really strong chemistry with that person.
you ever call him and say, hey, let's run that back, but at the house, like,
Right, like with no cameras.
yeah, with no cameras.
Yeah.
Have you dated somebody that you did? I mean, I think every porn girl has dated somebody in the industry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
at some point. in
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
I think that, for me now, I did a lot of movies, and then I took a break,
Mm.
and then when it was time to when I felt that I wanted to come back,
Mhm.
it took a little bit of time because I took time off because I had a baby, so all my my
wow.
body changed,
Okay,
like
fair.
it totally changed, and it's like suddenly you're coming back and the fans expecting you to look the same, and you're like, well,
You're like, well,
doesn't
I'm
quite
a
look the
mom now.
same.
I'm a MILF.
yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
feel the same. So I had to work on it. I had to work on getting it back. And then when I was finally confident enough, I'm like, okay, I'm doing the solo on the OnlyFans. Then I'm doing the collabs on the OnlyFans. I started going back. So now it's great because I can choose the guy, I can choose the girl. And I'm already planning ahead, like March and April.
Like traveling
Like,
and
or I just hit up the people and go, hey, let's collab. So basically, you find someone that you really want to fuck.
How long have you lived here?
I love that.
So now you're basically.
I love that.
Hey, they say.
Sounds like a great
I
job.
love
You're just like,
Hey,
okay, I want to fuck you. All right, let's make money.
Little Rach seems
Like,
to be
I
so
don't know.
shy, but every once in a while she'll hit me with something. I'm like, what did you say?
Them be the
I
ones.
support all this.
Little Rach,
The
do you want
shy
to do
ones be the ones.
Little
Collab
Rach,
with
do you
her?
want to do a collab with me?
Oh
Little Rach?
shit! Oh,
Yes
I
or
would
no?
have to take that one. See, I would have
She's
to.
like, I'm jumping in them accolades.
Do you want to do a collab? Like he even thought about it though.
I don't know. I've been with all the
Come
cameras.
on, look, no
would
face,
probably
no
be kinda
face though,
shy.
no face.
Yeah.
There's
No.
no-
See, okay, he would do it.
There's no way.
No face. I would probably be kind of shy though. All them cameras.
It's
Yeah,
difficult.
it's just like.
I used to
But
do
we're not
it.
filming your face.
What age
Well, no,
did you
it's
start
just,
at?
It's just acting, right? So you got
I
all
was-
these people like, you know.
I was in my 30s when I started. But when I started,
So that's
the,
a lot late. That's a lot
Yeah,
later than
but
most.
the first time that I went
Right.
to a scene, I was called MILF.
Mhm.
And you just said then you're a MILF when you've had a kid, but you're not. When you're in the adult industry, you're a MILF as soon as you hit a certain age. And I
wow.
think it was like 25.
Mhm.
25 is a MILF?
People with
Wow.
25 and older get cast as MILFs.
Well, yeah,
So-
because 19 and 21 is like that
Young
purity
adolescent.
age,
but,
and like
you
that
would
guys
still
like
look
that.
young at 25.
Yeah.
So you're a 12-time winner of MILF of the
And
Year.
I'm a 12-time MILF of the Year winner,
Mhm.
and I won those 12 awards before I had a kid.
Wow.
So wait, so how do you won 12 awards in 1 year or 12 a
Over
year?
different
yeah.
years,
Oh,
like
okay.
and they were different award shows.
Mhm.
So
they
it
were
wasn't
calling
like,
you a MILF. They were calling you a MILF because your age,
Yeah.
not because you had a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
So how does the awards go? Like, are they giving you? Is it based on viewership, analytics, or is it just like it was
they're all
adult?
different.
teen, or-
There's all different awards.
Yeah.
So some of them, they are pre-nominated by fans.
Yeah.
Some of them, they are nominated by people that are reviewers that sit there
Mhm.
and like review the work.
Right.
And some of it's a bit of a mix. Some of it is based on, one of the scenes that I was nominated and one was based on the amount of views that
Wow.
scene
So
had.
they really sit there and do like some
It
shit like
breaks
that,
it down.
like the Oscars.
But do you? I mean, do you
It
think
depends.
there's any dishonesty with girls where they
course
can
there's
buy their way, or
politics.
say let's sleep their
Fuck
way
their
to the
way.
guy that's
I'm sure there
yeah.
are.
I mean, that's like how it is in
I
anything.
feel like that's in any
That's in
industry.
everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
I've never done it. I've never been
Yeah.
in there and sucked someone's cock and said, "Oh, let's,"
I'll give you an award.
You've actually worked your
That's
way
good.
to
You're
the
winning.
top.
Yeah, I had to work. But, I'm also a publicist. We have a publicity company, Star Factory PR. So part of our job, if you like, is to help people in the adult industry,
Mhm.
to help them be aware of when the nomination shows are coming up and give them information about these are the pre-noms. This is what you do. This is how you submit. So, like, when it comes to the awards, I'll submit myself and I'll submit the clients based on what they think that they should, which category they want to be in or which movie they want to be nominated for.
I feel like younger, I'll tell you later after the show due to NDA purposes, but younger people in the porn world, I feel like a lot of them don't have direction and they don't have an end game and they need a PR firm to teach them like, hey, as you're going to this age and this is what you should be doing, because I see a lot of them just kind of like lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
But what is the end game? Like, how do you just say, okay, porn pays
Tanya
great.
Tate here shows us that the end game can go
Well,
forever.
I mean, I know she got she has product attached to her, like it's pussy
That's the
in your
pocket
pocket.
pussy.
Yeah,
Picking up
And this
Feel
is-
Tanya.
yeah. This is crazy.
who
I know,
who
right?
developed
Would you
this?
try
What
that?
Male masturbator.
It's, you can take out the box.
I've never
Do it.
Let's
Take it
check out the
out.
male masturbator.
Open it.
I want to feel it.
I've never
It's never been used, right? No.
Oh,
Okay.
it's already open. Oh, okay.
I've never used any device like this.
So you never used this trick? No.
No,
Nah,
I didn't.
You guys never used a pocket pussy?
I've never even.
I mean, obviously,
never
I've
even-
never used
I've
it.
never jacked off before, so
Never
jacked-
jacked off.
Wow.
Like that's a joke. That is a joke.
no, I'm serious. I'm dead ass.
Twist it off.
Twist this off.
Yeah,
don't know
twist
if
the
that's
cap off,
healthy.
and then take the cardboard piece off the bottom. Okay. So what it is, it's a black case, and it's got a sleeve inside, which is like a skin-like texture. And the end, it's like a mold of my actual
This is
pussy.
the actual mode.
Yeah, that's what my pussy looks like.
It's her pussy,
And-
guys.
It's pretty.
And then the top can go on.
Company.
You can put the top
That's
back on
crazy.
the end,
So squishy.
and it
Yeah.
tightens and loosens, and it depends how much suction that you want.
So how
That
do you?
fucking feels
how do you
so
turn it
crazy.
on?
Oh my god.
This
Put your-
particular
don't put your
one is
finger in the
just
hole.
the actual piece,
Oh.
but there are also there's something called a keyon, which is like a
So
big
what do you-
black device,
Put your
and
finger
you
in
can
that hole.
stick it in, and it'll go up and down. Does it feel
so,
nice?
So wait, so you put oil in this? correct?
Yeah, you put lube.
Yeah.
It's like
And you just go to work in the car.
you can go to work in the car wherever you want.
Do you put it in
couldn't do
both
it on
holes?
car.
You can put it in both holes.
I'd put it in the top. I'd put it in the
Okay.
part that looks, my pussy part.
My pussy part.
Wait, okay, so do you have like any other toys or?
So that is the Feel Tanya, and then you can get. I'm whacking everything. You can get a box called a Keon, which is like a
Oh
big
yeah, I
black
see this
box.
on here. So I was wondering.
Yeah, and so you can put it inside and turn it on, and it will control the speed,
It'll do it for you.
and it will
Wait, which
control
one
the
is that?
No
height.
hands.
It's a no hands one. It
Oh, okay.
connects with that.
So that one's a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, that's an add-on piece. It's an
Okay.
expensive, but you can also connect it to online content of me, so I can be going up and down like like a Mickey
No,
Mouse.
this is like
Not
for
into a
the
video.
ultimate
And it
fan, but I
interact.
think anybody can use this.
That is
argument.
insane.
Yeah,
Imagine you hand this out to the
crazy.
homeless.
Hey, wait, what'd you say to the? What about the homeless? You'll give that to the homeless? That's one hell of a gift.
I don't even. Yeah,
Right.
that's
Hey,
like.
I'm not trying to see that shit on no corner.
Yeah.
Why not?
How did they?
Yo,
What company?
prisoners?
What?
Imagine if you got a contract with a prison.
With a prison.
Oh my
I think they
God.
should all. You, Tanya.
Yo,
you need,
that would
What?
stop like
All the gays.
Tanya,
Yeah, that would
you
stop
need to,
raping. Like,
you need
this
to
would-
approach prisons with that because that is an epidemic of
This-
people being.
Wow,
turning
I mean,
gay
I,
and
I literally never
and
thought
maybe
about
they
it
wouldn't.
Like that.
and it'll stop like STDs and all that stuff being transferred in there. This would be a great contract with them. Like, yo, everybody in here gets one of these. Let's see if it'll minimize crime and like
It
rape.
would minimize
I
crime.
like
said
the
it would?
idea.
That is a great idea. Yes, it would
It would.
minimize
Okay.
crime and sex
Okay.
crimes in prison. If you get life in prison,
Put porn
need one of
in
these.
prison.
Yeah.
Porn in prison. Let's go.
I think they have porn in
Yeah.
prison. I
they
remember
really?
one of the girls went in and fucked someone in prison.
oh gee, how did he make that
I
happen?
don't know how she managed to get in.
Yeah, you
but-
gotta get a prison contract. These will work.
If these sold in prisons, they
Oh.
would work.
This
They
is
can
crazy.
afford that.
Yeah.
They make money over a period of time,
yeah,
and the commissary,
I
and
wonder
it
if they
would
was,
stop.
accepted though. They're
What?
probably like, hell no.
Well, it might cause a frenzy, meaning then you'd have to worry about other prisoners stealing it.
Yeah, still in your
But
pussy.
maybe someone might not want to steal it because are they going to want to stick themselves
Yes.
in there after
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
else has used it?
Yeah,
They only
no,
want a
that's-
brand new one.
They would.
That's
And it-
true.
They don't.
Right.
You do have to clean it.
You
You
do.
know, you clean it, you take it
Sanitary.
out and you rinse it out and you leave it out to air dry. So there'll be all like these.
That sounds like a
fluffy
lot of.
things all
That,
lined
that's
up.
why I have a problem using a juicer because if you use a juicer,
Why? Because you can't.
I hate
you don't
cleaning
like
the
cleaning it
juicer
after?
after.
Oh yeah, juicer is a lot.
So
I
yeah,
have
you'll
one.
definitely
I
not
make
like
my own
cleaning the
juicer.
pot of pussy after.
Yeah.
I mean, you should
Like,
want to clean that.
It's
It's actually really cool. I like the fact that you attach the product to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
something.
yeah,
your
no,
fans,
absolutely.
her fans could take a piece of her. with them.
There's another piece as well that they brought out called a power. Oh God, no, I forgot what it is.
Mhm.
A power stroker. It's a power blow. That's it.
Mm.
So it's another piece. So you kind of switch the end out and you stick it on, and it will do like a suction. So it's like a really powerful blow job. So it turns my pussy into.
Wow, so you can add all kind of stuff to this.
Yeah.
This is
See, now
cool.
this
Hey,
is-
I heard
might
you
make me
said.
change
I heard you
mind
said
about
you did
jerking
a.
off, right?
Nah,
You did a show
I'd rather
with,
rest do the real thing,
Jeff Fargo?
or just not do it. I'd rather
No?
just do it.
He
discipline.
unfortunately he got a
Yeah.
polyp on his throat.
Yeah, Jeff,
Oh.
Jeff
Yeah.
throat is.
I was gonna say Jeff Fargo would go crazy.
And
over
he
that.
Jeff,
that's our
can't-
homie.
like, if
Did you
something's on
show
his throat,
Jeff
he can't even
that?
talk to
No,
you.
because I was supposed to be on his podcast earlier today, and he
Yeah.
texted me. He got
Yeah.
a polyp on his throat.
Yeah, I don't know
Oh.
what it is though.
Dude, Jeff
What is it on
Fargo.
his throat?
Something with his voice, like he can't talk right now.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
Jeff
hope he's
Jeff
alright.
it's
Fargo.
been like that for like 2 weeks.
Damn, well, I hope he's all right.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, Jeff. Yeah, he's probably one of our favorite guests
Talks a
that
lot,
we've
probably.
had.
Yeah. I'm just kidding.
I love Jeff.
yeah.
Jeff will
is,
call me at like 3-4 in the morning on some crazy shit.
You'll call him at 3 or 4 in the morning.
He sent the best thing he ever did. He sent me what was it, a Public Enemy song at 3 in the morning, and I'm like, Jeff, what are you doing? He's like, I love Public Enemy, and I'm like, why are you up? You're not even supposed to be up right now.
Right.
I guess
What are you doing?
it'll be waiting for me to come back. Then
He
to
will.
Vegas.
He's a funny guy. I would
Wait,
highly recommend.
Where are
talking
you
to him.
going after this?
Where am I going after this?
After Vegas.
Oh, back home in LA.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
living in
Oh, LA.
I live in LA. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I just come out here to shoot. So I was hanging out with my friend Alexis Fox. We did a live show on our OnlyFans. We shared a guy. We did a little scenario where he was the plumber and he came in and we were like, ooh. oh, get down there, let us see your tool. So we did all that. And then tomorrow I've got a scene. I've got a scene with someone called Stretch Master.
Oh.
Oh.
Do you know
Set
Stretch?
her up.
What, you
No.
heard of him?
Stretch.
No, I had that,
Oh,
but
but that
Stretch Master,
that name.
she's in trouble.
You better watch
She
out.
is in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, that.
Stay tuned for that one.
You know this guy. You see on the wall right here by the white sign. This guy that says "Obey." That was the meme.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm talking about? The black guy with the thing. So he was actually a porn star, they said, and he became the most notorious meme of last year.
Mhm.
And his family is actually, he passed away, and his family's like suing everybody
Oh,
because he became stickers, shirts. But I'm like, hey, if you're a porn star like that, it's iconic. But maybe his parents, maybe his family should make some compensation off of it. But yeah.
I saw one of my friends become a meme and I sent it to him. It was Van Wild and I was like, Van, look at this. And it was, the Mums for Liberty group, the ones that want to ban books and don't say gay and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so one of the co-founders and the wife, and they were having a little threesome with some other woman. It all come out on the news. And so the meme it was like him. And was he like a member of the...
I'm not sure.
dude, memes are great. I hope I become a meme one day, but in a good way.
But they put him in and the wife and there was another girl. It was like a threesome, but they were so anti-gay. Yet they were having a threesome in the real life. So my friend Van Wild, he become the guy in the meme.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, look at this.
Oh my god.
Is it possible to come like too much to where it's like, yo, chill out, like this is too much?
It
You
can
talking about for,
hurt,
like-
yeah. You're talking about like too many orgasms.
Yeah,
It can hurt to be yeah.
It can hurt.
Yeah, if you're having too many orgasms, it can start to just be like super sensitive. So, and then next minute the cock's going in and you're like, oh, need a break. So yeah, it can't.
So there is a such thing as coming too much. Yeah.
Does size matter?
Depends not just on the size, it depends on the shape, depends how they use it.
What's the guy? I've heard people say his name in here a bunch of times. The black guy that's supposed
Dredd.
to be the biggest.
Yeah, Dredd. I was thinking of
Yeah.
his dog today.
Yeah, Dredd. His name is
You worked
Dredd.
with him before?
No.
No.
She said no.
Hey, but
Is it because he's too big?
I don't know if I could ever take a cock that big.
that's what I know.
Wait,
Small
what-
girls that have.
What's I've never.
Dredd has like the
Dredd
biggest
is-
like dick and like
Dredd is
porn.
probably
Girls
like,
or like one of the biggest.
Girls do anal with this massive cock. Like I just showed you pictures before of me and like this big black toy cock.
Right.
Like I don't know if that could be fashioned on
You know-
Dredd.
you know-
have they tried to put you guys together?
No. No. I'm like, I'd be scared. I don't know. I think I'd have to build myself up to it.
How do you
know?
build-
I do hear people say
Right.
that. I've heard.
Like a tolerance to the dick.
Well, how do you build up a tolerance to the dick?
Just keep going
You gotta
bigger
keep
and
going
bigger and
bigger and
bigger.
bigger.
And
Yeah, stretch it out.
I've
Wow.
taken cocks like 12 inches. Yeah, butt plugs. I went on a set.
Wait,
and
wait. What? You said you've taken what?
like 12-inch dicks. I've taken 12-inch dicks.
Yeah, you know what I see though.
didn't know
Here's
that
a question for
existed.
you. So
I guess they do.
I've
Dredd.
I've
Is
watched.
it 12 inches long?
not
or
really
is it girthy. Like there's girth.
Long, yeah.
I'm not really watching. I don't really watch porn, but when I do see porn and people are like that, when you really watch, only half of it's really going in. So it's really not all the way going in.
I mean, yeah, of course not, because a woman's.
Oh, I never knew that.
It's only like what 6 or 8 inches.
I guess that's something people that don't have
total
12
10?
inches. That's what we
Yeah.
look for in them videos.
But do
Going all the way in.
do you feel like it's girth matters, or do you go with length?
Honestly, it depends on the cock. It depends on the chemistry. I've had like some cocks that don't go in so easy. You know, like sometimes like, there was a guy who was shot with. He was a really nice guy, and he's passed away now. But his name was Billy Glide, and he had like
Glide.
a cone. It was like a cone like that, so you could get it in your mouth, but you couldn't get it past your teeth. Right,
Oh.
so like your back teeth, it'd be stuck because it's so wide. So when it goes in, it's like the first bit goes in, but then it just keeps getting wider and wider, and it doesn't kind of go all the way in. So, I don't know. I got a baby out of it, but down there, but I don't know if I can get dreads, big cock or.
I've seen small,
Sounds scary.
very small porn girls say they did a scene with dread, and I'm like, how?
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 Like, they're like 115, 120
Did they do,
pounds.
Like they're
I've
half
never
the
even-
size
I don't
of
even know
his
who this
dick.
is.
They're literally
Huh?
half the size of his dick. When they're standing up.
Well, that's why I said it. Probably
You wouldn't do
just
it?
Barely.
No,
Why?
because I'm not into that. But yeah,
That's why I said-
massive cock,
How-
monster cock.
How do you get past the phase of if you go to a scene and you're just absolutely not attracted to the person? Like, where do you have to put your mind, yourself?
I've had that happen.
Well, you said you generally you get to pick the person.
I get to pick now. In the
Okay.
past,
In the
I
back.
didn't get to
Yeah,
pick.
okay.
You know, when I was
I would
first
want to be
starting in the
attracted to
industry.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would look. I would try and find out who the guy was, but you know, if you were the agent, they're like, go and do the job. So you don't always get to choose. So I'm in a position now where I can choose, so I can say no, yes. But I've been in scenes
That's why she's a Hall of Famer.
where you think you're gonna have really good chemistry with the guy or the girl, and you turn up and they're just not into it. I've worked on sets where the girl is clearly not into the girl, where like she doesn't even want to lick the pussy. So I'm just like, get the head and shove it in. So you
make her do
I
it.
need, I need that voice.
You've gotta make a way, you know,
shove it in there.
so you can find something attractive in them, or you can just basically zone your mind out and think of fucking someone else, or
heard that.
think about the fans. So I'll just think about, well, some guy's gonna be sitting there wanking his cock to this, ooh, and so I'm thinking about connecting.
So how
to the
about
You're
fan
you're
that's watching.
an actress.
Yeah, but I can't fuck no ugly chick.
so being that I have had porn star girlfriends, I'm sure you had boyfriends in your earlier years. What did they you know, something that bothered me is, so say they go do a scene, right, and then they come back and they're just like, hey, we gotta wait like a couple days. Did you ever have that, like, in your earlier years with boyfriends, to where you did a scene but then you had to you had to tell your boyfriend, like, hey, we can't have sex for a couple days? Or
Yeah, she had 12-inch dick in her an hour ago.
I mean,
You gotta wait 2 weeks.
No, she declined.
fuck?
She declined dread.
No,
No, she said she had 12 inch. Yeah,
She did.
I
Sorry.
haven't
the
done
boyfriend
it.
had to take some days off, right? He had to take 2 weeks off.
You know, there's times when you go to set and like you worked with big dick and you know you're in doggy and you're getting pounded and it's like I've had times when I'm thinking, oh, it just doesn't feel nice to sit down, you know, when you've been pounded. And you know, I did a sex tour where I went round Scotland and I went round Ireland, 2 different sex tours. Tanya Tate's sex tour of Ireland and Tanya Tate's sex tour of Scotland, and I literally took like a camper van and a Winnebago, and the fans come in, you know, they made the camper van rock. So we got to try like different people. So that was
Wait. In one day?
yeah.
How
like,
many?
Maybe there was like the most in one day was probably about 6. There was a lot.
so have you did what's considered in the industry a gangbang? Is that what it's called? I don't know
They
if that's-
wasn't all at the same time,
Okay.
but I did do
So you did 6 different scenes in one day.
yeah. But they were
That's-
kind of like some of them were more like little tiny clips. Not everyone.
Well,
Was,
I hear they
This
tell
and everything
guys.
was like an hour long.
I hear that they tell guys there's like
it an
a
hour
stop and
I don't
start
know.
periods.
yeah,
Like, would that be
You-
hard
you
for a
watch
guy to like do the stop and start?
yeah.
Hey,
This was an amateur. These were amateur guys, so it was like you get whatever you can on camera. But there was a professional guy that came, so he was like the warm-up act. So I had to get fucked by the warm-up act, and then go through all like these amateur guys.
what is that called again?
I was calling him the warm-up act. It was
Yeah.
the warm-up for the guys
Yeah.
to watch.
Because they didn't. Is there another term?
Oh,
Fluffer.
you're talking
The
about
fluff- the
fluffer, aren't you?
fluffer,
What is that?
So
What
the
is that?
warmer pack is a guy actually still having.
That's just my phrase.
Yeah, okay.
It's not an official phrase. I was
He's
just saying,
If anybody ever asks you if you want to be a fluffer, just
fluffer.
say
The
no.
fluffer
He
is
said, "Don't say no."
no.
Just say no.
The
And you
fluffer.
can say yes.
I've never been on a set where there's been a fluffer, but apparently the fluffer is, you know, the person that gets the guy's cock nice and hard.
Yes.
So
while they're waiting,
well away.
What?
and like a gangbang.
Wait, but that's a girl.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Well, guy,
yeah,
it
it could be.
It
I
could
don't
be.
know, you know.
That's crazy.
We had a guy, a real funny story,
Yeah,
real
job's a
quick.
job, right?
Like, we had a guy from the Green Door tell us a story, and he said he had this woman, his highest level client, comes in, and she does 10 guys, and the husband watches. So he said, you know, he hangs out in there and whatever. And he said this one particular night, she's like, I'm going to do another 10. So he was like, all right. So he said the girl was facing and these guys were doing her doggy style. And the wife turned around and looked, and her husband was fluffing all the guys, and she fucking flipped out, and they never came back there again. But he was like,
Wait,
he
so the
was like,
green door is a real thing?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he was like,
You can look it
what?
up.
He's like, I
Like
want
it's a real thing.
He's like,
you can look it up. It's real.
You can go in there and hook up with whoever you want.
yeah.
I mean, it's obviously consensual. You
It's
just don't put
consensual.
your dick in anything. You're like, okay.
You could put it in the hole, in the glory hole. What do you mean?
Okay, fair. There is a glory hole. So.
But no, he said the wife got mad, and he's like,
No,
what?
it's on
He's
the
like,
other end.
I wanted to have some fun too.
I guess she didn't know that that's
She
what he
didn't
was
know that.
doing.
I'm like, that's a pretty shocking thing to find out. But it's like, how can you be mad if your husband's letting you do this with these guys?
Bro, he's jacking other men off.
He's sucking their dick.
supposed-
He's not jacking them off. He's getting them
So he
ready
was
to.
Fluffer is sucking the cock.
What?
Yeah.
A fluffer in porn is sucking someone's cock.
Wait, you used to ask him why the fuck she get mad?
She got mad.
He's
that-
sucking dudes' dicks. That's why.
I know. I mean,
That's her husband.
but she's fucking 10 guys back to back, and
Yeah,
I-
but
you mean, but?
they both knew that she was fucking the guys.
Yeah.
What is going on?
He didn't.
He-
He
yeah,
didn't
right.
say, "Hey, but I'm gonna suck all these guys."
Yeah, I'm
cocks.
sucking their dicks, babe.
yeah.
I'm gonna suck the dicks and get them nice and hard.
So
for you.
He
Yeah.
did it behind her back.
Literally
Also,
behind
he
their
cheated
back.
on her.
He cheated
No,
on her, so
he was
he just turned around and
He was
looked.
sucking some dick, and she was just confused.
Wayne, I highly suggest you go. I did a tour of the
Highly
Green Door
suggest you
about
go.
15 years ago. It was, and I didn't even know how it was real. I was
Wait,
like,
so but I don't gotta do anything. I can just watch.
no, you can just watch.
Just walk through.
Yep, you can walk through,
And you can
watch
see everything.
everything. They have different rooms, so they'll have rooms where they'll say like, "Hey, you can join in if this is up. If you can't, you don't join." I mean, there's a room. There's a room for everything.
Mm.
So, hey, can you tell them on the noise? So there's different rooms, so they tell you where you can go and where you can't go. But I was just shocked that there's a place even live like that, where I was just like, coming from Detroit, I'm like, how is this legal? Like, what in the hell is
What's
this?
illegal about it? It's just a place you go and cheat.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Just
I
like
mean,
going to Dre's.
I mean, you can go and cheat at the club. You can go and cheat at a restaurant. You
Yeah.
can go cheat in the park.
Right. So just why not create the green room?
I wouldn't consider a
It's
place
not
to
a
cheat.
spot.
It's a swingers
not.
club.
Yeah, it's a swingers club.
Swingers club.
It's
Yeah.
an open,
Consensual.
safe space for people to have sex
Mhm.
in public.
I walked in and there were two black guys naked playing pool, and that scared the shit out of me.
yeah, they're playing.
Yeah, I
pool.
would have left.
Yeah, maybe they just want to
Fuck
be
that.
naked. Maybe they just want to be naked around other people.
And naked around other guys. Yeah. Cool.
But I've heard everybody,
Doesn't
and
mean it's gay.
I've heard every
at all.
person in Vegas.
That's just like saying in the locker room, is it gay to go in the locker room and
no.
change?
No, but the locker room is kind of inevitable.
Yeah, and then it's inevitable when you go into the green door too.
What?
So
Everybody in this town's been to the Green Door.
I have never
I've
been.
never been.
Oh,
She been.
every
never been.
every
I
hot
said
girl I know.
never.
They're like,
I'm
"We've
down
been
to go
there." I'm
check
like,
it out
"When?"
just to go
I didn't see
see.
no hot girls in there.
Let's go look.
You can go people
Have
watch.
you been?
No.
No.
Let's go get an
Have
updated tour.
Yeah. No, he told us. He told me this will show you the shyness. The guy goes, "Well, you're in for a treat." He's like, "This week they paid a girl, a porn actress, to do a gangbang." So he goes, and he's like, "So you can come in there and watch it." And so this was on it was a Thursday, and it was on Saturday, and all of a sudden on Friday I started feeling like I was getting sick. And it's funny because my girl was like,
sick.
yeah. So I ended up I had so much bad anxiety I didn't go, and I was like, my whole thing was I was like, I got to see this. Something I've never seen before, so I need to just go see this. But no, when it came to the time, I didn't go see that.
Well,
I missed out.
I haven't been to the
You
Green
missed
Door
out
in
on
Las
a lot,
Vegas,
Yeah.
but there's a building in London, and it was in Portland Place, and there was a guy that owned it. He was like Sir Eddie. He got
Sir.
he got a name, and he owned this building, and it was all, you would shoot porn in there, you'd shoot all kinds in there. I shot a movie in there, I directed a movie in there, and I was in several movies that took place in there. But it was just like, this guy just loves sex.
Mhm.
And so over nighttime, they'd have like these different like sex parties. And my friend was one of the guys that ran it. So I was on a night out and he's like, "Tanya, come on over, come on over." I'm like, "Oh, come on over." And so I went over.
It was like, come on
Yeah,
over.
Come on over.
I
Wink,
like
wink.
I went over and I'm like, well, it's not a busman's holiday. I'm not about to start having sex with all these people. So I thought, I'll just have a look. And it was just like people with masks on and it was all kind of dark, and they were all having sex, and I thought, oh, it looks quite nice. They looked like they were enjoying themselves. So I had a little look, and I thought, okay, I've looked, I'm good. I didn't want to
Fair, yeah.
I didn't want to get stuck in because number one, I couldn't see what the faces looked like.
Yeah.
And it was dark.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
So would you just walk in a dark room and let's all just start
just
fussing
in
each
the
other?
just in the doorway. I just stood in the doorway and just looked.
What do they call that? There's a company
It's-
out of
oh.
LA.
Mhm.
What is that called? That throw those type of parties with
Oh,
the
the
masks?
studio.
called Dick in a
Oh,
Night.
no.
No, they're super high end. they actually made a TV show and it kind of ruined it. They were called.
The Simpsons?
You'd go for like a dinner, and then there'd be a show, and they'd have.
There used to be a called the Bunny Man that used to run these.
The Bunny Man.
Yeah, well, it was something, but they went mainstream, and the guy ended up putting it on TV, and it killed it. But it was just
Oh.
billionaires.
Because it's supposed to be like secret. You're not
Secret,
supposed
yeah.
to like see who these people are.
So they would have girls that would be there doing things in different rooms
Yeah.
and stuff, and that it was high end. Like people were paying like hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to these parties. And I can't
What
believe I
is
can't
the-
think of the name.
What is the obsession with that kind of stuff? Why not just go like fuck somebody? Why do you have to do all that?
I think because it's like it's done in private, isn't it? You know, no one knows you, and it's like secret. So you could be like a famous person or someone that's well known in the community or a business, a couple.
Some kind of a addiction, and you can go there and kind of fulfill it.
Well, I wouldn't say people have an addiction that go there. Just like
I heard-
No, I'm just saying, some people might have an addiction.
And
so they
some
just-
people, yeah.
so they
I-
go
Just
there.
like some people go to the bar because they have an addiction.
Addiction,
You know?
for sure.
Same
I
shit.
heard Will Smith and Jada Pinkett frequently did high end swinger parties in LA when I was there.
Oh, wow.
I mean, a lot
Well,
of
good
people
for
did,
them.
but
That
I mean,
sounds like fun.
but no, but they were
They're
out-
exploring
yeah.
their sex life.
They were out-
you know.
they talked about it. You know, they were open about that.
Oh.
So maybe that helps in relationship.
It could. I mean, kind of thinks it it opens up the relationship a lot more. You guys are able to explore and still be together. I think obviously it's natural for men to want more than one woman. It's like that's just how we're built.
It's natural for humans.
It's natural for
natural
humans.
for humans.
Yeah.
Like some people have stronger sex drives compared to other people, you know.
Yep.
And I guess sometimes you want a little bit of excitement in a relationship. You know, I mean, I feel quite lucky that I can go and have sex with many different people. You know, it keeps the excitement in life, and it keeps the excitement of having sex with, you know, you can try different things. And for me, being in porn, it made me like more sexually confident because I'd think, oh, I'll try something that I might not have ever have tried before. You know, 2 dicks, you know, working with 2 guys at the same time, or exploring like foot fetish, or, you know, I suddenly realized I could squirt.
Oh, you squirt?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're a squirter.
I
Let's
think
give it up for her. Let's give it up for the squirt. Give it up for the squirters. Shouts out to all the squirters.
I got mad. I had one in my life, and it fucked my sheets up. I'm like, did you just?
You're mad?
I think
No,
squirting
I
is.
wasn't mad. I didn't know what it was. I go, did you just?
I think
pee on me?
Yeah.
I think squirting is interesting. I think it's I know every woman isn't well, they are capable. They just don't know how to.
Just
right?
don't know how.
Yeah.
Or the man doesn't know how to.
How do you
it
learn
properly.
how to squirt? How do you learn? How to
I
squirt?
didn't. A guy did it to me. A guy called Peter O'Toole in the UK, and he just kind of like laid me down in the middle of a scene and kind of pushed on my stomach and got his fingers in, and kind of you kind of have to push up, go inside, and then push up towards your stomach, and you kind of push down on the outside.
Yeah, you.
And there's a spot there, and if you can do it enough, you can make the girl squirt.
Yeah, it's the G spot. So what you do when you press down on the stomach, the G spot lowers, so it makes it more accessible to the fingers.
So
How do you know that one?
I can't do it
I
to
learned from a woman.
I can't do the fingers myself, but if I go in my bathroom where it's tiled floor and I put one of those suction toys on the floor and I get a Hitachi, I can ride up and down on the toy on the floor, use the Hitachi, and then when I'm orgasming, it'll come that strong, it'll push the toy out and it'll just start squirting across the floor.
Yeah,
Wow.
So it's
the muscles in the vagina like actually push you out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But some guys can fuck me just certain ways, and certain guys, like I did a scene, me, Sherry DeVille, and Max Fills, and it was just like Squirt City. It was every time he took it out, it was just like shh.
You're like, I didn't even know I could do this.
No, and then Cherie's like putting her face there and catching it, you know.
Oh my
It's hard.
God.
It's hard.
So outside of doing scenes, you still actually have time to go home and use toys.
Well,
Like
do you know? I use toys. I do use toys. I like fingers. My preferred thing is fingers.
How many?
How many toys? Oh, how many fingers?
How many fingers?
depends how big the fingers are, right?
No more than 3. No, I don't need to fist myself.
Yeah.
You know, 2, usually 2.
2.
Yeah,
But 3 is like, that's pushing it.
it's not pushing it. It's just what it feels the nicest.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know. So you know, if I'm horny in the shower, maybe I'll do a shower show. I'll turn my phone. Well, my phone's sitting on my knee right now. But you know, the phone goes everywhere with me. I'm in the shower. I'll just stick it on. Get the shower head on. Spray myself down.
I'm gonna do that one day and send it to you by text.
Like
You're gonna do that shower show?
Like, remember when you said
True.
the shower show?
Oh, what is going on?
Hold on. Do you want me to rate your performance?
Yes.
Is
yeah.
that what it is?
Hey, listen.
You want a dick rating and a performance rating?
Yep.
Both.
This is real. This
Both.
I know it's real.
I do them.
I
do them. If it's shit, I'll tell you. I'll give you a realistic score out of 10.
Yep.
And you know,
That's good to know.
based on size, and
Yep.
you know, sometimes I give 3 out of 10.
Yeah. No, I
That's
heard.
fucking low.
and-
That's low. Give me 3 out of 10 is
But I do
scary.
give 9s as well.
I've
I would
heard
hate to
girls
be that
say
3
that
out of 10
Right.
girls give penis ratings on
on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans
Yeah.
on everything. Probably.
I do OnlyFans, but also I do something called Minx, which is it's Sex
Heard of that
Panther.
too. Oh yeah, yeah.
Sex Panther, and then they made Minx
What the
MYNX.
fuck is a Sex Panther?
It's like a texting. app.
Texting. Like,
Oh, for real?
hmm
Oh.
So I could pull open my phone right now. Let's see.
Shout out to
So
Sex
I
Panther.
go to the app and I look at the app. So it's Sex Panther, and Minx is like the sister to it, where that's more of like the people that have made movies, mainstream porn movies that have got a lot of followers. So I mean I had a cook this afternoon where he just wanted to be told to suck the cock and watch me get fucked by a bull. And
This was today?
yeah, this was today.
What, a bull?
A bull.
Like
Yeah.
an animal?
No,
No.
no.
a
I'm
bull,
about to
would
say,
a bull
no.
be a young guy?
No, wait, I don't know what a bull is.
A bull is a
I-
thing. I mean,
No, it's a man. I don't know. It might be. It might be a. Oh no, I don't want to say it wrong. I don't know if it's specifically a black guy or if it's a strong guy.
I think when they
it's a
call
strong
guys
black
bull,
dude.
it's strong younger
Is
guy.
it strong younger guy?
Because I hear him called
But
UFC
they-
fighter sometimes. Like
this-
it's a bull.
This guy.
Okay.
This guy.
Stallion.
This guy wanted him to be black,
Something like
right? And he wanted to be just there underneath our feet while we're like I'm talking about like sucking the cock and bringing in my young well-hung guy, and he's like, yes, mistress, suck that fucking cock. And then I'm like,
That's what you.
telling him,
Is that what you have him call you, mistress?
oh, this one wanted to call me mistress.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
it's like, that's everybody's fetish, is like seeing a black dude.
I'm trying to think.
Somebody. I think that's pretty popular.
that is very popular.
Yeah.
They've all been asking me to do it.
Oh yeah, the name. Okay, so the name that a person I know was called was Goddess.
Goddess.
So mistress,
Oh.
goddess,
Yeah.
Mistress, goddess, mummy, MILF.
Yeah.
mommy.
Like all the,
mommy
that's
would
like
be
yeah,
weird.
that's like the
Mommy.
dominatrix type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've got my whole list of people that have been texting me today. I had a guy that likes to send me pictures of him fucking a girl, and he'll send me his, I don't know, it's his girlfriend or what, and then I have to do voice notes and I have to tell her what to do, and then he plays the voice notes and she does what I say, and then he sends more pictures and videos back.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Now
Yeah.
does
You're
this
just
like,
washing
feel...
dishes one day.
She's like
and
a
they're
sex
just
coach.
Hey, you gotta.
Do you know what? I was thinking about this. I am like a sex coach, but I'm also like a companion.
Yeah.
And like, there's a particular guy, and I was just thinking about him, that he's in therapy, and he's not the only one. But I was just thinking about him the other day, and I thought, you know, I ask him how he's getting on, and he's been in different therapy, and he talks to me about it. And I said to him, "How are you today?" And he said, "I'm not doing very well." And I thought, I helped him because he told me that he was suicidal.
Oh.
And so then I said to him, how are you? And he said, not very well. And I said, oh, what's up? And he said, my friend, like, committed suicide.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm like, wow, it's kind of,
Abuse to him.
yeah. So I said, what can I do? And
Oh, he should.
And porn is like a
have you
too.
have you
It's
had
a
some
therapy.
have you had something that I worried
Sex?
about?
Yeah.
Something I worried about with the people that I were dating is safety. Have you had any like safety issues? Meaning like, I know like when they say you're camming or OnlyFans, like technically, you're not supposed to ever meet that person or the fantasy is whatever, but I know girls do. I mean, have you had any dangerous experience or even just not even like doing that, but just being in porn and fans like trying to like
I guess at some of the shows, sometimes you get a few weird fans, but there's always like security.
yeah.
But I've had quite crazy fans, but they've always been online, but just like I don't know, very emotionally draining. Some
Yeah.
people are not very stable, and so whenever they're having a bad day, they'll come on and they'll give you loads of like shitty messages, like
Yeah.
not very nice messages. And then you think, this person's a really good person, or this person's spent a lot of money on me, or this person's sent me a lot of gifts. This person's a really nice person. This person's very supportive of me. And you think of all these things, and then they just throw all this horrible nastiness at you, and you're like, whoa. And you get taken aback. And then they're like,
seen
and
that.
then they go, like normal again. You're like, oh, okay, maybe they were just having a bad day. And then it happens again, and it's patterns.
The
And
thing
so
yeah.
you have to end up blocking them. I had one who was a woman, and I blocked her in the end because it got that crazy. And then I'd get these letters that get written by a guy called Steven in Canada, and
It's not me, by the way. That's my real name.
I'm a friend, and I'm just writing this letter to you. I hope that you'll forgive her, but I'm her friend. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like
that's
next
crazy,
level.
man.
Because my question was going to be like, how, like, does it ever get emotionally draining? And if so, like, how do you bring yourself back?
Yeah, it can get very emotionally draining with certain fans. So I find sometimes I get drawn into it, but I have to think I'm going to take a step back, and I will say to them, this is not okay.
Do you feel like if you were like just like I said, if you were dating or at any point in your life dating, it ruins a normal date because you see guys for like I said, these guys that come in and they're like pieces of shit. And does it ever make you like think like all guys might be like
No.
this? Or,
No, not me.
Separate it, right? Just
No.
yeah.
Because, there's different types of people in all
Yeah.
walks of life,
Yeah.
And I always think it's how you are as a person. Like, are you going to choose those guys? There's some girls that always choose like bad guys.
Yeah, right.
And they're
How do you keep
always-
attracting that? Like,
like-
come on.
Because that's what she is.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because you are attracting
You are
that.
what you
like,
attract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Deep down something.
Yeah.
you know.
So for
Yeah.
me,
You are dating shadows.
What's the best? What would be the biggest gift that you've gotten from somebody? Whether it be cash or just gift or item or
House, a car.
I didn't.
Any?
Not that good.
not that, I haven't heard
So your
anybody get
fans never offered you anything crazy.
I mean, I've been taken shopping, and I collect Swarovski crystal. So
That's a
some of
good
these
one.
pieces are like $400-$500 a piece.
Yes.
So I click that. So I got quite a lot of that in my collection. When they ask me, I'm like, send me Swarovski crystal. Because
Because they're like they're going
they
out.
go up. So I used to collect Funko Pops. We discussed
Oh yeah,
that,
no, I
didn't
saw
we?
that. That's awesome.
And I collected a lot of Funko Pops,
Oh,
but
wow.
I'm run out of space. It was
You
just
see,
crazy.
by the way,
That's
the
how it is
Mr.
here in the
M&M, the
studio.
B Rabbit one. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, you have a pop? And I've got a whole basement full. I'm like, send me one.
Yeah, so many. So I was collecting the pops, but then there's not enough space. So then I started collecting the Swarovski crystal. Well, I was collecting that anyway, but then I'm like, okay, I'm going to step up my game and just concentrate on that. And I've got a beautiful collection.
What are some of your hobbies?
And my hobbies? Oh wow.
Fucking.
When I'm not.
I mean, I don't know. Okay, yeah, but what else? What else?
That's one of them.
I'm just playing.
But when I get time off, I like to go to the gym. I like spa days.
Love that.
And when I get to travel, I like to go back. My family back in the UK, so we get to go.
How long have you been in LA for?
Since 2010.
2010. So
Oh,
you're
yeah.
I mean,
She kind of knew.
you're never gonna lose your
No.
accent.
No,
So
never
my
gonna lose
so
this
my mom was
accent.
born and raised in Alabama. So growing up until I went away to LA, until I went to school in LA, everything was how y'all doing? Like I had a bad southern accent.
What's up, y'all?
But it went away, so I hear your accent, but I mean it doesn't seem to it seems to be very powerful still.
Yeah.
Does your son have a British accent?
You know, before he started school, people said, "Oh, he speaks British." And I remember he went to he was in preschool, but we watch a lot of UK television, and he'd watch Peppa Pig.
Ooh, I watch Peppa Pig.
It is great, Peppa Pig.
Yeah.
And then
One of my daughters
and then so he's in school, and some kids are like, these kids swore at him. He went, "They've just said to me, you're fucking British." I was like, "Who said that?" And I went over to the kids and I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right. He's British. Yeah, so I'm British." And they were like, "Oh."
I like
So
that.
innocent.
I could date a British woman just for your accent. That to me would
See,
be,
that's how I feel about the British men.
yeah.
But it is like I like the way they talk.
British men are so
It's just
they
different,
dress so
and their
well, too.
humor.
They
Their
dress so
humor
well.
is different. They have a sense of sarcasm. Like,
Oh yeah, very
like I
dry
love
sense of
that.
humor.
I think it's hot.
I miss the British humor.
Yeah,
You know.
like fuck off, like just like shit, like I don't know, just they say stupid shit, not stupid, but like
Yeah.
Stupid shit.
I don't know.
They dress really well.
yeah.
All British people
Do you think I was so funny
compared to
because
Americans.
I'm from Liverpool.
How does American dress?
No, I get
Sweatpants.
it. Sweatpants and shorts and
Like
No, this is true.
everyone in LA.
Me.
I go for a meal and all these people in the restaurants. You just go to like a regular family restaurant, whatever, a chain restaurant. You just walk in, shorts and t-shirts and flip flops. And I'm like, this is a Saturday night. I'm going out for dinner. And I realized, you go to the theatre in London, the theatre, everyone dresses up. You go to the theatre in LA, some dress up, but there they are in the shorts and t-shirts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, no. So you are right. People don't dress up
Our culture is different.
Yeah,
as
it is.
much
Way different.
as they do in
I don't
the
know
UK.
if I asked you
I
this
wish we did
before,
that over
but
here, low key, because it would look good.
Were you
know.
were you a Matt Goss fan?
When will I be famous?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a friend of mine. He's had a show here in Vegas, and I'm surprised
Oh, I
he's
love-
not back. But
I used to love Bros when I was a kid.
those are good looking guys. Him, Matt and Luke? I
Yeah.
think is the name.
Were they They were twins,
Twins.
weren't they?
Yeah, Luke went. I guess I heard he went the movie route in L.A. and Matt had a show here in Vegas for a long time, and I'm actually shocked that he's still not here. He probably is not here because I heard he writes for a lot of big music artists.
I don't say yeah.
But I'm sure he'll be back, and I mean, I would go to his show. I went
If
to
he
his show.
if he does a show, invite me. I'll be there.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, he's got I didn't realize, because how I met him through Robin Anton from the Pussycat Dolls. She I think was managing him at the time, and she was like they were like equivalent to like the New Kids on the Block here in America. And when I went to the first show, these UK people were going fucking crazy, like it was like Elvis or like the guys were this big, and I don't think they had too many big songs. I mean, I know they sold out Wembley Stadium. That was
I remember. The only song I can remember is "When Will
I'd Be Famous. Yeah, that's the only one that I.
Oh, boys.
I Can Answer."
Yeah,
Okay.
it was. They were like a New Kids on the Block, but from the UK. And
But they had like all smiley faces. Like I had a pair of shoes and it had like a smiley face on. And I was so young, I didn't get it that it was like an acid sign, like acid. The smiley face. And I had them all over my shoes, and I was like, "Oh yeah." I was in
Little
school.
did you know.
I know, but
love it.
obviously they were adults, and we were
Right.
like, "Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's Brass."
Yeah, they both live in L.A. I'm pretty sure still, but yeah, his show was great, phenomenal show person. And when I went to the show, what was really awesome was Babyface was there, Tiffany was there, so he has a pretty good fan base of celebrities that would come out to see him.
Yeah.
And I think he always tried to get Luke to perform with him, but Luke just wasn't with it anymore.
Not doing that.
But Matt reminds you of a Vegas showman. Very Rat Pack like, but a lot younger and a lot better looking than them guys.
They are.
Yeah, they're just from the UK, big UK group.
Yeah.
So, what else do you do besides all this crazy? We got the toy, we got the
The skinfluencer.
Influencer.
You know, we didn't even talk about the podcast.
The podcast.
Yeah,
We said skinfluence about that.
Yeah.
We didn't-
When we started getting into other conversations,
Yeah.
actually, yeah.
Podcast host. So who do you have a podcast with?
Myself.
Just you.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
me.
What do you talk about on there?
Because he's touching my pussy. Talk about pussy. Put your fingers in if you want.
Yeah, he actually did touch her
What do you
pussy.
talk about on there?
Yeah.
So if we go step backwards, I was actually a radio host on Vivid Radio for 7 years.
Oh,
So it was Vivid Radio. It was syndicated on Sirius XM. So you know the guys, they were mainly guys. They'd be driving along in the car, in the truck, whatever, having a good old wank while they were calling into my show, listening to it on the radio. So I'd always have like a question of the day, you know, like, are you a giver or a receiver?
Uh-huh.
And basically, I'd just tell them to wank the cock and make them come, give them a countdown. And it was
On radio?
On radio. On radio. It was great. But then they took us off the car. And then finally, Sirius were like, we've had enough.
Yeah,
We're done.
they're
How
like,
long? How long
They're
is
like,
it?
after like
7 years.
Oh, you said
That's a minute though.
7
I
years.
know.
That's a minute.
That's a minute for them to be like, okay, yeah, 7 years. Okay, we're done.
It was great. And so I did that. And then, you know, we kind of, you could kind of see it was coming to an end. They kept cutting down the shows. You know, there was so many hours. Then it was just, and I was like the last one.
That shit was
like,
5 minutes long.
I
And
was the
everything.
There were
last
so
one.
many. There were so many lawsuits going on of accidents of people getting the countdown and probably getting in car
I'd say to them,
Right.
I'd say, I'd say to them, I hope you're not driving. I hope you're not driving. Oh, yeah. I said, oh, when you're crashing. Oh, no. Okay, good. Then carry on.
She's got the best voice, too.
I know. That's
She really does.
Stroke it for me, you dirty bastard.
That's crazy.
Spicy.
That's crazy. And they kicked y'all off.
Yeah, they kicked us off.
Oh. So you know, I do the sexting and the phone calls on Sex Panther
Sex
and Ming,
Panther,
so they could get me there. But I was
You know
still
what, though?
missing
I'm-
being with the fans.
I'm stunned about Sex Panther. I thought that was I watched that being done, but then I got the behind the scenes of when the girls aren't the ones on there no more, and they have like their gay best friend running
Oh wow.
their Sex Panther, and I'm like, that's bad.
No.
That's a business.
You want to know who you're?
Yeah, that's a business.
business.
That's a business.
It's a big.
That's
business.
exactly what that is.
There's
Yeah.
no
She
one.
figured it out.
No, you talk to all your fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
that's
so like
hard.
Wait, each one you're hitting them up. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, it costs money to.
Oh,
there's me up.
Yeah.
She's got it,
I've
everything
got it
right
open.
there.
So they-
yeah.
No one.
So every
So
sex.
she could send a picture, and I think if you open the picture, it's $5 or whatever she has
Well,
it priced
whatever I
at.
want to charge.
Whatever you
whatever,
want to charge, yeah.
And then they'll want to call me, like, and then
And
they'll
you-
want a video chat
And
with
you
me.
actually pick up and video chat with them.
Yeah, because
Wow.
no one else is like. I've had a sissy call me today. Yeah.
I call that bad parenting. My son will never be.
His name is Sissy
Hey,
Cook.
Maybe he wants to
Sissy
be a
Cook?
sissy.
Sissy Cook. That was his
Sissy
name.
Cook.
So the calls come through to me. There's no AI. It's all me.
Wow.
And like it's like people find me
I got him.
by being scammed. So here's what happens. This is crazy. Like this is a crazy world. I don't know how many fake me's are out there. Now I used to think there was just hundreds, but no, I'm wrong.
There's
There's thousands upon thousands upon thousands.
Yeah.
I don't know where there could be a million of me. Who knows? Because I'm on like random family members that be texting me. I found you on Facebook. Fans of, are you on a dating app? I'm like, I'm not on it. And then you get the angry people that suddenly, oh, I've just given all this money to this woman who's living in Africa. And you told me you were giving up porn, and I've sent you all this money. I'm like, what about Google? Google reverse image. Like, if you're gonna start dating someone, first thing you're gonna do, go and look them up online. Put the picture into Google Images. Like, I'm gonna come up straight away. But these people get scammed because they're real con artists, and it's their business. Like the BBC done a documentary on it like a few years ago, and it really opened my eyes.
Is that the Big Black Cock Network?
Yeah.
No, I know what the BBC is.
Yeah, the BBC. And so they did like a documentary, and they looked into it, and people were taken from like mainland China and taken to this other place, and they thought they were going to get this really great job. Passports were taken off them, and they were put in basically a mill, and then they were told, you have to scam this much money off people, and if you're not getting that much money, you're going to get starved, or the people that are making more money will be able to come and beat you up. It's a real
That's
it's true.
scary. So then it's like they're being trafficked, basically.
People are being trafficked to work in these scam mills, and so
You
these
call them scam meals?
scam mills,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Like, that's
and
real.
So this is real. So I guess gangs must be running them. I don't know. who's
Did
running
you
it.
ever do any scenes with Ron Jeremy?
No,
No. Was he?
no, thank
Was he
you.
during your time? Before your time?
He
Not
was
like Ella.
he would come to the conventions.
He
and I'd
definitely
see
would
him.
come.
Well, not with me. He didn't. and he'd come up to me and he'd be like, "Oh, let's just fuck her here," and then I'd be like, "Because you can't do that stuff in there." And they're like, there'd be a security guy, and I'm like, "You have to ask that security guy there," and he'd be like, "Which one?" I'd be like, "That one there," and then I'd walk away from him, and he was he's very hands on.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, I'm just gonna say as it is. He would always wear like t-shirts that were like free. So like, you know, it was a Hot Movies t-shirt. He did it. And I remember one time he was hosting an award show, and he turned up to host an award show like you know what you're wearing as t-shirts and track pants and Crocs. But it was
He
like
did wear Crocs. I know that.
I don't mean what I don't see what you're wearing, but I mean the t-shirts, you know, the casual clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then because it was in a nightclub and it had like the fluorescent light, and as it was the fluorescent light, everything on his clothes was just full of white stains. So he had like these black clothes on with all these white stains all over it, and I was like,
Oh my god.
and that was one of the first times that I ever saw Ron Jeremy, and then I was just like,
One
okay,
hell of a way to see him.
he's hosting an award show, and it looks like he's full of cum stains. And he's doing it in he's just woke up and put those clothes on. So
Yeah.
I
Where the
was,
fuck did the
That
cum
is
stains come from?
disgusting.
well, probably
Probably from the night before, right? Or the same day.
I actually
I don't
booked
know.
him.
I don't know how often he washed his clothes.
I did a rave party before in Detroit and booked him as a host. And I mean, I didn't know him as a porn actor, but everybody is popular. He was a funny guy.
He was very good at talking. You could have
Yes.
a really good conversation with him.
I just think when you come up and whatever it was he was doing, he just obviously got too comfortable and used that to his advantage, probably, especially with the younger people coming
When you
in.
come up and get too comfortable.
He was very handsy with
Yes,
people.
no, that's what I heard.
But like I was older, and like I'm not a young girl, so I could be like, you know, I could bat him away, you know, the way I would like go and ask that guy over there. But there's other girls that would have been very timid and like very, you know, feeling very overpowered by him.
They'd feel like they needed to do that because if they, you know, because they're in the game and he could put them on maybe. Or
I think
the head
that
game.
might have been a long time before
Yeah.
my time. That maybe
Yeah.
he did it, you know. But since 2010, he didn't really have any pulling power to put anyone in any movies because he wasn't really in any himself.
Yeah.
But because of the name, like I guess people like me in the industry, we would be like, oh, I don't really want to work with him. He didn't. It's, you know, I'd seen his clothes with the white stains on. That was that
was enough for you.
That was enough for me. And you know, it's I don't want to talk. I'm just talking bad. It just yeah. He
didn't take care of it. Yeah.
He didn't
doesn't really
take care of himself.
That's what
Thank
it
you.
is,
I'm
yeah.
trying to find the right words to say it without saying it.
As he was aging, he was taking less care of himself. You could definitely tell that.
Yeah, so it kind of it would have put me off working with him. But I don't really think he was really in any movies, and he wasn't directing, so he couldn't be like, I'll get you a job. But I guess the name, you know, came before him. And I remember like a younger girl, and she was with a boyfriend, and it was a friend of a friend, and they were at the convention, and I was like, oh, she sucked Ron Jeremy's cock last night. And I was like, oh, okay.
I don't know none of these people.
And so it was like a big
Ron
thing.
Jeremy
They
was
saw
massive
it as like a
ago.
really big deal, but for me, because I'd seen him and I wasn't attracted to him, it didn't. I was thinking it's a bit. He was a lot older than this girl, but because of his name, she really wanted to do it. But I guess that's in a lot of walks of life, isn't it? Not just being a porn
Yeah.
star. You know, some guys that are older guys,
Higher status.
high
or-
status. They get a lot of younger girls.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's definitely true. Well, we have hit our time, Mrs. Tanya Tate, but we appreciate you
Yeah, that went by
for
quick.
coming
It
through.
did.
Yeah.
It
One
did.
more
Where-
thing.
where can
what
people-
what future projects are you working on?
Yeah.
Oh,
What future stuff? That's a good.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Just to wrap everything up
I
here.
just did my first mainstream boy girl scene back with Milfy, which is one of the Vixen Media Group. And you know, I really liked working for them, and a lot of the fans want me to go back. So you know, maybe you might see some more of me on a mainstream. But let's see. I'm not putting it out there, but I'm just saying. You know,
Just saying.
I'm open to all possibilities. And of course, I've got the podcast as well, Skinfluencer Success Podcast. So
And when do you usually do that? What is there a particular day?
it's virtual.
That's
I don't have a studio.
Okay.
It's
So
a
anybody can
great
tune
studio.
in virtually?
Oh yeah, it's anyone can tune in. It's online, so it's on my YouTube channel, and it's on all of the main podcast platforms.
So you
as
just
well.
go live,
Yeah, it's pre-recorded.
pre-recorded.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. So I pre-record. So I do a little intro, you know, about what I've been up to, and sometimes I'll talk about some mindfulness,
Nice.
and I'll kind of intertwine it, and then I have a guest, and I like to talk about stories where they faced adversity, but I don't want to talk about like where it all went wrong. What I want to
Not all
know
the
is,
negative, but how.
yeah, I want to know how they got to make it better and how they are successful. And I really like talking to like successful people. And so I like surrounding myself with people like that,
Yeah.
because you know, you surround yourself with successful people, that's what you're attracting.
Absolutely.
You're attracting.
I think, you know, with
like-minded
everything that
people.
I've heard sitting here, like, I think, you know, something that you should definitely look into is, like I said, when you said owning this PR firm, is helping these girls, because, like I said, I've met countless ones, and it's like they don't, you know, some made a lot of money, some didn't, but they just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You know, they don't, should I stay in, should I go? And I feel like if there was somebody that could like direct them better,
Yeah.
you know.
It's hard because the girls, they come and they get a lot of money and they don't know what to do with it, and you know,
Where to put it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you think you hope that there would be someone there to
guide
help them,
them.
to
Yes.
guide them, you know, and to remind them that this money is not going to last forever. You know, that you have to pay your taxes. You have to save some of this money because it's just not going to last. And also, once you've done, you know, once you've made a movie, even now, you know, with OnlyFans, with the content creators taking your clothes off, you know, people are getting fired from jobs. You know, nurses, teachers,
Yes.
they're getting fired.
My thing is why?
Exactly.
They should be able to do whatever they
Exactly.
want.
Right. Like, who cares?
Especially teachers. Like, you don't make enough as a. I mean,
Yeah,
the
like,
fact that they
I
pay
don't
teachers the
care.
least.
But
is,
I think it's the
Because
students.
it's a fact that the
students have
can
able
go.
to access. But bro,
Because it's a conflict of like interest, right? It's like
I mean,
two
it
different
is.
things.
It is what it is.
That part.
Yeah.
I think everybody has sex, right? You know,
That's how we all got here.
sorry, I'll rephrase that. Every adult has sex. Thank you.
Isaac, do you have
Yes.
sex?
Yes.
Teenagers have sex.
As an adult, you age 18 or over. Right.
I have a kid.
Okay, we're all right. So every adult has sex, and it just, some people choose to have it on camera, and some people choose to pay to watch it on camera.
Yeah.
And it's a service, and it's entertainment.
I learned that.
You know, if people choose to do that, whether they watch it or perform in it, then so be it.
That's their choice.
You know, and I'll tell you now, there'll be people that are in the management that are probably watching people on OnlyFans and the like, and they watch porn. You know, that
Absolutely.
It's
I mean, it's equivalent to hiring somebody, finding out she used to be a porn star. Like, that's just what it is. I don't think you should be fired for it, though.
I don't think you should be fired for it. either.
Definitely not. That's not. So where can people find you at?
I'm online, Twitter at Tanya Tate, Instagram at Tanya Tate Create. My link tree has all of the links on, just Tanya Tate, the link tree. So I'm on OnlyFans and many vids and Sex Panther and Minx and
And then what's the name of your company? The
Star Factory PR is
Star
the
Factory
publicity
PR.
company, and the
Podcast.
podcast is Skinfluencer Success.
Gotcha.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
love that. What about you, little Rach? Where
find me on the interwebs at Lilrach, Lilrach.
Tanya wants to know what your OnlyFans is.
Shut up.
Hey, I got a referral
Little
code.
nasty.
I got a referral code to get you started over here, love. I'll take you under my wing. Literally.
Taught by mommy over here.
Oh, yes. Come to mommy.
You guys can follow me on Instagram at the creator. THR. I'm sorry. THECR38TOR.
Got it. And you can find me. I'm just on Green Room Radio. I did get my page hacked. Did start a second page, but I figured out I am too old to run 2 pages at the same time. So I am just on Green Room Radio. And then how about you over there, Isaac? For all these. Oh, I forgot. Isaac's. Are you married, Isaac?
No, I'm not married.
Okay. He has a girlfriend with a kid, though.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
You can find me on Twitter at Izzy_plus.
Yeah, it's weird. He's on Twitter. None of us are on Twitter.
Tweeter twatter.
Is that
Water.
your,
It's called X. X.
Was she your friend or?
Oh yeah, that's my girl.
Oh.
That's my
I thought she was
girl.
with you this whole time.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's with me.
Oh, she was answering like I was looking like
Wayne's
she was
looking like, is she in the porn?
No, because I thought y'all were together because she do a lot. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
She was like, mm-hmm.
I love it.
All right. Well, thank you
Thank you
very
so
much,
much.
Tanya.
Thank you for having me. It's been amazing.
And I hope that we can definitely work together in the future. Alexa Fox is on our list. I think
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big fan of her. She's super funny.
She is. We'll get her down.
Yeah.
She's a very, very busy lady, so I have to try and knuckle her down on her schedule. But yeah, she's one of my clients. She's great.
Awesome.
She's a great podcast guest.
Yes.
Love that.
I've heard that. All right. Well, thank you guys, and we will see you next week.
Peace.
Later.